What if you wake up tomorrow and realize you are no longer in control of your own life? Yes, that's what Geoffrey Hinton says as well, and the day is not far. Right now, there's only really one thing to be concerned about, and that's the idea of AI systems trying to take charge, which might have some really scary repercussions. But how do we manage something that now has its own mind? Here's what Geoffrey Hinton had to say about it, and more. During an interview with the BBC, Geoffrey Hinton voiced his concerns over the possible risks that are associated with AI chatbots, and it seems like he had a lot to say. What really caught the audience by surprise was when he used the phrase "quite scary" to describe them because of the ease with which predators may take advantage of them. According to him, these chatbots now can autonomously generate large amounts of fictitious content, which makes them useful instruments for the production of spam and fraudulent data, while explaining that there might be a possibility that authoritarian leaders could use AI-driven strategies to influence the voters in their own countries. On top of that, Hinton also brought out the terrifying possibility of AI eventually overtaking human intelligence, which would result in existential dangers. He stressed that the type of intelligence that is being produced in the field of artificial intelligence is fundamentally different from the intellect of humans. Though artificial intelligence systems such as chatbots can amass vast amounts of knowledge, which is well beyond what any one person can understand. Moving on, let's not forget that Hinton outlined how artificial intelligence in digital computers is programmed to adhere to specific instructions and learn in a manner that is consistent across different devices that share the same information. This way, it makes it possible to create a large number of copies of the same information, which can then be connected to form a hive mind of digital agents. And for those of you who don't nearly understand what that might be, let's just say that through the use of such neural networks, these agents can effectively share their knowledge, which enables a quick spread of information in literally no time. Now, we know that human brains cannot share information in such a smooth manner, which is why the potential for AI to develop its knowledge enormously is both a unique and frightening aspect. This divide really does pose ethical and legal considerations about the development and regulation of AI in a responsible manner to reduce potential hazards, which no one is thinking of as of now, or so it seems. While this is going on, Geoffrey Hinton is highlighting the one-of-a-kind benefit that digital computers bring to the table when it comes to the spread of information. You see, humans must acquire and convey information on an individual basis, because only through the effortless sharing of their neural network connection strengths, digital agents can easily communicate their knowledge to one another. That said, the great potential of artificial intelligence yet is coupled with a troubling aspect, and that would be the sneaking of human prejudices into the algorithms that drive AI. And that's exactly why Hinton demonstrates how these prejudices, which are frequently unstated and unintentional, have made their way into the workings of artificial intelligence systems, which has then led to unequal treatment and amplified inequality in society. The inherent complexity of bias in AI has also gradually become more obvious over time. For example, it can be traced back to a variety of origins, including the use of incorrect data sampling methods, biased training data, and the introduction of biased human judgments into AI algorithms. Additionally, the influence of biased algorithms can be seen in important aspects of society, such as the criminal justice system and the recruiting procedures, as illustrated by real-world examples. As an example, consider how a significantly greater proportion of African American defendants were incorrectly labeled as high risk, while Amazon's hiring algorithm prioritized applicants based on gender-biased terms. Then again, another example is that a higher percentage of white defendants were incorrectly branded as low risk. A quick reminder for you all, if you like the content you have seen so far, do subscribe to the channel. Meanwhile, to solve the problem of bias in artificial intelligence, we need more than simply technological answers. We need the collaboration of experts from a wide range of fields, such as ethicists, social scientists, and intellectuals in the humanities. That's right. The cautions offered by Geoffrey Hinton serve as a timely reminder of the crucial significance of ethical AI practices and the ongoing efforts that are required to reduce biases and advance fairness in AI systems. Let us explain those in detail. Speaking at the Collision Technology Conference, Geoffrey Hinton gave his observations, many of which revolved around many important concerns relating to the influence that AI would have on the job economy and society as a whole. For one, Geoffrey Hinton voiced his concerns about the potential increase in unemployment that could follow from the development of AI. He stressed that the ability of AI to replace employment, especially those involving repetitive work, could lead to a large displacement of jobs in the future. Meanwhile, during a question and answer session at the Collision Technology Conference with Nick Thompson, the CEO of The Atlantic magazine, Hinton argued with economists who believe that technological progress only modifies job functions rather than eliminating them totally. He went as far as to bring attention to the unusual nature of AI chatbots such as ChatGPT, which have then the potential to replace white-collar occupations that require creating text. Another significant issue that Hinton brings out is the level of reasoning that can be achieved by AI. And given this advancement, he is now able to forecast that artificial intelligence will develop over the next 5 years, growing into multimodal big models that go beyond text and incorporate training on films and other forms of visual media. Of course, right now, the possibility of AI reasoning raises questions about the capabilities of advanced AI systems in the future, as well as the effects of those systems. And finally, Hinton underlined how essential it is to make a distinction between the imaginative possibilities of AI and the dangers that come along with it. Expressing his side of the story, he warned against giving unqualified support to productivity increases caused by artificial intelligence. He highlighted the fact that there may be possible concerns relating to wealth inequality, despite the possibility that AI might considerably enhance productivity for employment involving text output. In his opinion, an increase in production should be a welcome phenomenon in any civilized society. Still, there are concerns regarding the potential effects that it may have on the distribution of wealth. But, where all of that can't be sidelined, there's still so much evidence that artificial intelligence has become an integral part of our modern information infrastructure, and that there's nothing that we can do to change that now. We know that algorithms and recommendation systems used by social media and news organizers are designed to give consumers more of what they want, which is usually content that confirms their pre-existing worldviews. Here's a more defined side of what we are trying to say. The term online echo chamber describes what happens when people are constantly exposed to material that confirms their pre-existing beliefs. Now, the public debate gets more splintered and polarized as a result of the echo chamber effect, and people continue to live in their own echo chambers, where they are not exposed to ideas that challenge their established assumptions or are encouraged to think critically. Not to forget, AI-generated content further complicates the spread of disinformation. Beyond that, the efficiency and convenience AI-powered systems can now produce content at a size and speed never before possible. And of course, concerns concerning the veracity and quality of the shared data are also raised by this. Because by accident amplifying sensationalized, misleading, or inaccurate content, AI algorithms may spread disinformation, while online echo chambers become a breeding environment for the rapid spread of bogus news. Anyway, the point is that the polarization of thought is exacerbated by online echo chambers, which are fed by AI-driven algorithms. So when people are only shown information that confirms their existing worldview, they are less likely to engage in critical thought or seek out alternative points of view. As a result, there is more confusion in the public sphere, which hinders our ability to arrive at a consensus on what the truth actually is and promotes a more polarized information environment. So, do you agree with the kind of threats AI seems to be directing toward us? Or are we just being ungrateful for the kind of advancement that's available to us? Let us know in the comments below while ensuring you have subscribed to the channel to catch us for more updates. We'll see you very soon. Take care.